himself. So they called authorities, and the hazmat team arrived on scene just after midnight. After several hours, hazmat team members entered the apartment complex. About a half hour later after that, somewhere between about 5 and 6:30 this morning, they exited with a man in handcuffs. They apprehended him, didn't arrest him. While inside, no chemicals or other hazardous materials were found, so the scene was officially cleared. Residents who were once evacuated in the middle of the night returned inside the building into their apartment complex. The man was evaluated and may be taken to the hospital later this morning for further evaluations. It is unlikely he faces any criminal charges, as he made no threats to authorities through the entirety of that process this morning. The crews arrived shortly after midnight, as we said, and the scene was cleared around 6:45 this morning. All roads should be open at this point now.
Well, there is no end summer activities in Northern Nevada coming up. We're going to tell you how to score the best bargains on a few major events. Stay with us. I can feel my face when I'm with you.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, did you know you might not be getting enough fiber? In the U.S., most adults actually consume between about 1/2 the recommended amount. That's kind of scary.
And that's right, and that's just one of the things that could be causing you to have some poor digestive health. Kelly Bowman explains in today's Health Minute.
When your digestive tract isn't working properly, it can make your whole body feel off. Luckily, there are a few easy steps to get your system back on track and help prevent disease like colon cancer. First, you'll need to get moving.
Any type of exercise will help and will be beneficial to your colon health over time. Being sedentary really does slow your colon.
Next, focus on how you eat. Eat slowly, don't overeat, and try multiple smaller meals. It's also important to make sure you're getting enough fiber.
The best way to add fiber is through your diet and not through supplements. Fruits and vegetables, we all know that. Focusing on beans. The other things are whole grains.
But add fiber slowly to avoid gas and discomfort. Dr. Sfera also recommends including probiotics into your diet.
These bacteria play an important role in our overall health and especially our immune system. One easy way to add probiotics into your diet is to consume yogurt with live cultures.
Another key to digestive system health is to stay hydrated.
We expect adults should drink 8-ounce glasses of water a day, and it's easy to remember by the 8 x 8 rule.
For Health Minute, I'm Kelly Bowman.
The thing is, too, is a lot of these things are so simple, so easy, but it's, the people who want that quick fix, like I want that pill to help me, with the digestive or whatever. It's just, I think, going back to the basics. Have a little bit of yogurt, etc. Drink that water. Could help you out.
Everything in moderation. And it always comes back to those. You never notice this, any diet you're on, they all say, the one thing that they all say, drink plenty of water. Yeah.
And I have the hardest time. I will drink, coffee from here to next week, but I just cannot get water.
And you think about it, 8-ounce glasses is a lot.
That is a lot.
So
we wouldn't be able to do it during the show.
Yeah. I get my water in coffee and Diet Coke form.
No.
Carbonated and caffeinated, right?
No.
Keeps me up. All right, coming up a little later on in the show, we're going to look at protein in your diet. Let's toss it over to Sam, though. First, she's got our Boatman's Bargains on this Wednesday. Hey, Sam.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, I have a hard time drinking enough water, too. We used to carry gallons of water around with us, but that got old pretty fast. Well, there are many events going on around the Truckee Meadows and Lake Tahoe coming up in August, so today I found some deals to take advantage of all those events. On Living Social, there is a great deal if you would like to experience the Barracuda Championship Golf Tournament coming up on August 3rd through the 9th. It's all happening at Montreux Golf and Country Club. You can get a single general admission for any day for $19. They also have some great package prices, too, for more than half off. You can also get 2 tickets to Hot August Night's auction presented by Barrett Jackson for only $40. That includes a 3-day pass, the auction, Dodge Thrill rides, and much more. Or you can even enjoy a musical venue, concert tickets to see John Waite at the Boomtown Casino and Hotel. They're on sale for only $12 each for the August 1st performance. Here are some things from Groupon.com to take advantage of in August as well. Enjoy 18 holes of golf and a cart for 2 at Eagle Valley Golf Course in Carson City for only $45. Also enjoy Lake Tahoe and take a 5-hour fishing trip with optional meal from NorCal Charters for only $96. Or take a look at the unique options for something to do from True West Tours. You can tour breweries of North Shore at Tahoe for only $60 a person. Check them out. Have a few ways to tour Tahoe in a new way. And remember, hey, school starts in 12 days, so there are still enough days to kind of ring out the last few days of summer. If you know of a great deal around town, especially with great events coming up, would you please post it on our Fox 11 Facebook page? We would love to share those deals with all of you at home. Bill?
All right, thank you very much for that, Sam. Well, still to come on mornings on Fox 11. A minor league soccer team could be coming to the biggest little city. Find out where they could be playing here. Also, the latest buzzword on the health scene could be misleading. We're going to have more of your health news and your fitness fix coming up.
Now I'm out for the count, yeah, girl, you knock me out.
Welcome back. Here's a live look outside to get you started on your Wednesday. Right now, current temperature in Reno, beautiful 64 degrees. Move over fat-free, gluten-free, skedaddle. The latest buzzword in the supermarket is all about protein, and almost half of Americans say they want to boost the amount of protein that they get.
Yeah, but Consumer Reports finds that protein doesn't always mean healthy or even tasty, for that matter.
You're going to see protein touted on all kinds of products these days. It's being added to everything from tortilla chips to English muffins to breakfast cereal.
We do need protein in our diets to help repair cells and build new ones, and some studies show that it can help curb hunger.
But do we need extra protein added to our food? The truth is, most Americans get enough protein in their daily diet, and foods with added protein are not necessarily better for you.
Added protein is often one of many highly processed ingredients in a lot of these foods, and it's best to get your protein from whole foods, like dairy products, soy, eggs, beans, and lean meats.
Protein on a label can also lead to unhealthy choices. If you see protein on, let's say, a brownie, you might think, well, it's good for you. But this protein brownie contains 400 calories and has 24 grams of fat. To see how the protein-pumped food tastes, Consumer Reports ran blind taste tests on a variety of smoothies, cereals, and snacks, chips, and bread products.
Overall, we found that most of the protein versions didn't taste as good as the regular ones. And they can cost more, so you could actually be paying more for a nutrient that you don't even need.
One exception, some of the protein shakes tasted pretty good, but they get their protein from real milk rather than from some kind of processed protein. And of course, when people hear protein, too many of us think red meat. Yeah, make an effort to have fish a couple of weeks, they say, as well, if you want to get that extra protein in. And if I could say it too, I would say go for those nuts. The snacks also, edamame is a great way. And I eat a lot of egg whites, tons of protein in them, and you know, you can dress them up in a bunch of different ways.
Yes, yeah, I love those eggs too. We all need those eggs.
All of a sudden, y'all, one country.
I don't know why. I don't know why, but love that protein, especially, you know, when you're working out too. It's always great to have a protein shake after because, of course, it helps build those muscles as well. Absolutely. Or you can eat something with protein.
Just read the fine print, I think, is the takeaway from all of that.
Yes.
All right, stay with us, you guys. We're going to take a quick look at our forecast with Tim.
All right, good morning to y'all. We saw 88 the high yesterday in Reno Sparks. That is below average for this time of year. We're going to be closer to the averages today, but we have thunderstorm chances returning to the 7-day. I'll let you know when to look for those coming up. Good morning and welcome back. Mostly sunny skies out there for the day today. For tomorrow as well, warmer temperatures too, as compared to yesterday where we saw the upper 80s here in Reno Sparks. We're going for the mid 90s today and the upper 90s for tomorrow. Light breezes remain in the forecast. Out of the northeast by the afternoon, those northeast winds will continue to help keep us from seeing too much smoke from those fires burning on the other side of the Sierra. 64 in town, sunny skies, calm winds, and 27% humidity. Temperatures now across the area, 65 in Yerington, 62 in Incline Village, 53 in Southlake, and 63 in Carson City this morning. High pressure's been keeping us dry out there for our area. We'll continue to see that high pressure in place, but enough moisture starts to sneak up from our south as we head into the next couple of days here, mainly by about Friday. That's when we start to see a thunderstorm chance return to the forecast. We'll see that here on Futurecast as that moisture very slowly sneaks up. First, the clouds will start to get here late on Thursday, and then a chance for some showers and thunderstorms arrives for your Friday afternoon, and that sticks around right around 30% chances into your weekend and next week. Northeast winds, as mentioned, 5 to 10 miles per hour, helping to keep smoke away from most of the viewing area today. 80s for the northeastern side of the state, some 90s here in western Nevada at the lower elevations. We're in the 80s up and around Tahoe at 5 to 10 mile per hour winds out of the east, again helping to keep our air mostly on the good air quality side of things. However, there could be some lingering pockets of smoke, especially in the Sierra, since you're still pretty closer at least than the rest of our viewing area to those fires burning over on the other side of the Sierra. They're in the foothills on the western side. 88 in Sutcliffe, 95 in Nixon though. Big difference there because in Sutcliffe you have those northeast winds coming in off of Pyramid Lake. Nixon not so much, so it's warmer in Nixon. Scattered thunderstorms returning for your Friday. And again, high temperatures into the 90s all across the 7-day forecast. Mostly sunny skies today and tomorrow. We'll be back.
Welcome back. I'm Melissa Carlson. Your time now is 8:28. We're joining you live from Mornings on Fox 11 with your News 4 update. Well, this morning, a Sparks woman is in custody after a tense standoff with police yesterday afternoon. That is when police responded to a domestic dispute on the 1600 block of Prospect Avenue in Sparks. The female suspect reportedly battered the victim and then threatened her with a butcher's knife before the victim made it out of the house. And it took 2 rounds of tear gas to get the suspect to come out. She's been identified as 31-year-old McKenna Crozier. Police arrested her on charges of domestic battery and assault with a deadly weapon. Meteorologist Tim Studebaker joins us now with a look at our forecast. Hi, Tim.
Good morning to you. A lot of sunshine in the forecast for today. Maybe a couple of those cumulus clouds by the afternoon. Otherwise, not too much to worry about today or tomorrow. Light northeast winds continuing to push smoke from the fires away from our viewing area rather than toward it. Some moisture down to our south, though. Eventually, this will be ours, and it'll help us to touch off some thunderstorms Friday, Saturday, Sunday into Monday at about 30% chances for each of those days. Today, though, as well as tomorrow, not so much. 64 in Reno, 62 in Dayton right now, 53 in Southlake. Later on today, a much warmer day than the last couple. 95 for the high in Reno Sparks today, 99 tomorrow. Then that chance for thunderstorms picks up Friday into the weekend.
Sandoval is working in Europe and has created an opportunity for Nevada interns to go abroad. We have all the very cool details.
Plus, new growth in our region can be a good thing, but we'll tell you what happens when the city of Reno just can't keep up.
And will Reno score big in getting another sports franchise? Find out what is being kicked around now.
You're watching Mornings on Fox 11, connecting Northern Nevada.
And hey, good Wednesday morning, everyone. Last half hour of the show, a lot to get to local news-wise and also talking with Oliver X to see what's going on around town today. Also, what people are talking to nationally today about this Allegiant airplane carrying 144 passengers that almost ran out of fuel. Left Las Vegas, was headed up to Fargo. The airport they were supposed to land at was closed for Blue Angels practice. And the air traffic controller said, hey, you can land in 20 minutes. Pilot said, we don't have 20 minutes. We have about 3 or 4 minutes until we run out. So they were able to safely land, but not something you think about when you fly, that the plane's going to run out of fuel.
Does it say why? Like they just didn't check the fuel before they left, or?
They haven't said. They have issued a statement just saying where they fly and
they're investigating.
They're investigating all channels of communication regarding the flight and the circumstances leading to this declaration of emergency, as they're calling it. But
this comes on the heels of another emergency landing. I don't know if you saw that JetBlue, I believe it was at LAX, where the landing gear didn't come down properly. You know the front or the nose of the plane?
Yeah.
It was sideways. And
Oh my
so-
gosh, so it skid.
Yeah. It's
Like
skidding.
that.
So
Wow.
crazy stuff. Some of those pilots definitely underpaid.
Mm.
I think
Agreed.
for sure, especially if
Agreed.
you're on that plane, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty, we're going to be talking about those stories. Let's get you to a developing story that we're also talking about. Speculation that minor league soccer is coming to Reno. Reno's been mentioned to be among the expansion cities added to the United Soccer League. Herb Simon is heading up the ownership of the Reno franchise. Simon owns the Indiana Pacers and is part ownership group of the Reno Aces as well. Aces president Eric Edelstein talked about the importance of ticket sales to keep a team afloat.
The goal in being a successful sports franchise is not to fill every game every night. That's unrealistic, and that's not something we can achieve. However, there is a certain amount of fans that we need to be successful. And so we believe by employing the same tactics and strategies, but to a different audience, we have an opportunity to get the amount of fans we need for soccer.
Now, as far as the venue is concerned, Edelstein says the goal would be to have the team play at Aces Ballpark downtown. And the fee to join the USL isn't that cheap, though. It's $2 million paid by the team. We'll continue to follow this story as new developments happen.
Well, Reno is seeing a construction boom these days, and the challenge for the city is making sure the services are there to meet the growing demand. The City Council recently approved adding 16 new positions in the Planning and Zoning Department so that building permits can be processed quickly. In the past year, residential construction has increased by 30%, and multifamily construction has jumped 60%. City officials say the growth is happening all over, even in older parts of town like Mount Rose Street, where these new homes are under construction.
We are struggling to keep up with the demand, not only with the workload that's coming in, but even finding a workspace for our staff because it's growing so fast.
Now, Woodley says the city is doing its best to review all building permits within 10 days. He says the added staff should help with that turnaround time. Well, Nevada now has an agreement with Germany to launch an exchange program for Nevada interns to go abroad. It was signed yesterday by Nevada representatives, including Governor Sandoval, and would focus on manufacturing. It all comes as part of the governor's 5-day swing through Germany. He is also visiting other European countries like Ireland, England, Poland, and Italy.
The city of Reno is implementing a pesticide-free pilot program at Reno Parks. 12 of the 86 parks will be part of an experimental trial using natural soil beginning in September. Beyond Pesticides, a nonprofit group, explained to officials yesterday about the dangers
Can you guys hear me?
of chemicals. Organizers say their main concern is elevated rates of learning disabilities in children, cancer,
You guys hear me okay?
caused by pesticides. Reno Councilwoman Naomi Dewar says the most important part of the
Everything
program
working still?
is creating a safe and healthy community.
We've had no reports here that tie anybody to any kind of pesticide issues. But what we have learned nationally is that some of the things like Roundup that have been perceived as safe, maybe not so much anymore.
Dewar says that the city is going to be evaluating the soil over the next few years. She also says in the long run, the program is expected to reduce the costs for managing parks.
Well, Reno police are warning people about an IRS scam after receiving a number of calls from concerned residents in our community. Police say the scammer will call you and say you're being sued for unpaid taxes. They'll even give you a fake badge number and name and then try to pressure you into paying a fee by using a prepaid debit card or wire transfer. Then the caller will threaten you with arrest if you don't pay. Now, Reno police say you should never, ever give credit card or bank information over the phone, no matter how much the caller threatens you. They also say be wary if you're asked to act immediately. And the IRS will always contact you by mail first before they call or email you. Lastly, if you think someone is trying to scam you, they say report the incident immediately to the Department of Treasury.
And if you're looking to donate to a good cause, today the Reno and Sparks Fire and Police Departments are going to be holding their Battle of the Badges blood drives. Reno Blood Drive will be at Harrah's, while the Sparks version is going to be taking place at the Nugget. It's a competition to see which department can collect the most blood for their respective city. It's running from 11 a.m. to 6:30. Every blood donor at this event will be able to enter a drawing also to win a 2015 Toyota Corolla. Again, that's today from 11 to 6:30 at Harrah's. Melissa?
All right, Bill, thank you for that. Coming up, find out why one man happily gave up Starbucks and why he says it's all for good cause. And an unforgettable meltdown on a baseball field that you will not want to miss. Stay with us.
Hey guys.
The last 6 hazmat skills have been.
Hi, Terrence.
How are you? I'm filling in for Antonia. She had to make a run.
All right. Take her. You might want to take her name thing off there.
Yeah.
How do you switch the name thing?
Go to your toolbox on the left side. You should see a menu that comes up. You'll see something that looks like a little toolbox.
Yeah, red box and handle. Yeah, click on that, and you should be able to go to one of the thing, like the first one on the left, and custom overlay.
Terrence, real quick, honey, can you change your key on the bottom? It says that you're Antonia Nunes.
Yep, I'm doing it right now.
Yeah.
You went all Rachel. Antonio went Rachel Dozell on us. Is that what you're saying?
Stop. That's hilarious. Oh gosh, you guys are horrible.
I was going to say there's nothing wrong with it, but no, I can't say that.
Why are you including me with them? I'm not with them.
Yeah.
I don't know them. I'm all by myself. I never do two shoes. I never do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's what I figured out. If I say this stuff in public, I get in trouble. But if you put me on a radio show and I say it, I get money.
Over on our Facebook page, a Florida man was banned from Starbucks for life because he called out customers who were breaking the law. Rob Rowan says that he confronted customers inside the Starbucks when they illegally parked in the handicap space. He says that he knew they weren't handicapped because the cars didn't have stickers. Rowan says some people would move the car, but a lot of others would complain to management over at Starbucks. So Starbucks made a move. At that point in time, they said that he was banned for, quote, causing disruption to business and threatening the well-being of a customer or partner employee. Rowan says that he was shocked, but he was glad that it happened because he wants to bring awareness to the problem. Asking our Google Plusers, what do you think about this on Google Plus? Do you agree with what's going on here? Do you think that they should have banned him? Starting off first with Kim. Kim, what do you think? Should he have been banned if he's yelling at customers, hey, you're parking in a handicap spot, you don't have a placard, you're not supposed to be there?
Catch-22. He had the right ideal in mind in bringing attention to the issue, but he implemented it the wrong way. There is a way to be polite and respectful and get your point across, and that part I believe he missed out on. Otherwise, I would say he's in the wrong. If he had handled it totally different, I believe he would have gotten different results.
Different results. So a little bit of honey instead of vinegar may have worked here, right, when in attracting the right message. Kempton, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with Kim. At the end of the day, we cannot be vigilante and then take the laws into our own hands, right? And when you're yelling and screaming at customers in the establishment and you're not a manager and whatnot, well, even if you're a manager, you shouldn't. The better way is to talk to the manager and let the manager handle it. And apparently this person has done it multiple times, so maybe it's a little bit too much for the manager to handle.
I agree. It's one of those ideas. It'd be better to talk to the manager about the issue because ultimately it's their store. Glenn, do you agree?
No, I disagree with everybody here. Have you seen Melissa Carlson before her mocha latte first thing in the morning? She is handicapped. It is an emergency. We need to pull her in there and get her a coffee IV drip as soon as possible. I'm surprised they don't have an emergency lane at Starbucks. Get out of the way. This is important. This man doesn't have his priorities straight. Starbucks does.
Glenn, you're fired. You're never going to be on the show again. Get out of here. Tony, what do we have on Facebook?
Roberta says he shouldn't have confronted the people himself. There are parking enforcement people he can call, and they will give the violators a nice, hefty ticket.
All right, we would love to hear what you have to say. Go ahead and post your comments on our Facebook page. And in case you're in front of me at the Starbucks area, you might want to get out, according to Glennie Glenn. All right, coming up next, Oliver X from Reno Tahoe Tonight Magazine joins us with a look at all of the great events going on around town. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
You're kidding me.
As always. Oh.
It's an emergency. Get out of her way.
Get out of her way.
Yeah.
He had the right idea. It's just that like I said, the way he went about it, that was just crazy. I'm sorry, that was crazy.
Yeah, you can't do that. Like,
no,
this is not your store, and it's
right idea, wrong approach.
Yes.
Okay, guys, I gotta get to it. See you tomorrow.
That's
I gotta go.
See you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then our town's close.
And welcome back, everybody. Oliver X from Reno Tahoe Tonight Magazine joins us to tell us a little bit about some big events going on this weekend and actually starting up on Thursday. What's your first event?
One of my favorite groups of all time, electronic band AWOL Nation, famous for the smash hit Sail.
Yes.
And they have a current hit that's being used for the campaign for Red Bull. They're playing. Get tickets now. It's going to sell out for sure.
Yeah,
The Knitting Factory.
If you've never seen the viral video of it, that song is Sail. There's a cat jumping off a roof. It's like the most. It's like got like 2 million views.
Yeah,
that's their song. All right.
It
Also,
is.
the Holy Ghost Tent Revival. Explain.
This is a fun group, six-piece group out of North Carolina, and they have this old-timey bluegrass sound. It is a not to be missed show as part of the free series at the Peppermill. Go check that out. They have banjo, accordion, and they're just fun. Their harmonies are incredible, and they're just high energy. They're kind of like Larry and his Flask meets the Soggy Bottom Boys.
Yeah, I love that sound, and also love the venue too. That gorgeous, the terrace area, which is beautiful.
It is gorgeous in there.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, hey, wrapping up. That's it. Art Town wrapping up on Saturday.
Going out with a big bang. 32 days of Art Town are wrapping up this Saturday with Black Violin, classical hip hop meets rock and R&B. If you haven't seen that, 2 solo frontmen playing viola and violin, so stunning. Millions of fans worldwide. Go check that out. That's at the park. That's free. Along with the sextet. What is this guy's name? Michael Casehammer.
Yeah.
Great jazz boogie woogie piano player. Fun group. Go, want to see that.
And also the Black Violin, if you haven't seen them yet, check them out on YouTube. There's some great video. There really is. You think violin, viola, classical.
Yes.
This is mixed in R&B, you name it. It's unbelievable.
It really is.
It's going to be packed, so probably get there early and make sure you grab your seat.
Yes.
And also people would like to check out the magazine because you still have a lot of events going on in between you being here and whatnot. Where can people find the magazine?
I want people to download the app. They can carry the magazine with them on their phone from the Apple Store or the Google Play Store.
great. You got
Yeah.
up. Good for
Yeah.
you,
I know.
buddy. Love
Yeah.
that.
Moving up.
Carry Oliver everywhere with you in your purse. That's a good thing. All right. Thanks, Oliver, for being with us. We appreciate it. And stay with us.
Thank you.
We're going to be more with that, back with more of our show. And Tim?
All right, yeah, we saw 88 for the high yesterday in Reno Sparks. That's below average for this time of year, but now we'll be closer to average with mostly sunny skies for now. Then thunderstorms return to the forecast. I'll let you know when coming up.